What's up, YouTube? This is Bulldozer here. I'm at St. William's Festival this weekend, 2012. This is Saturday night. We got Excalibur playing. Go back to work Wednesday, so once I get back to work, hopefully I'll get some more of my props up and finished. So you'll see some footage from tonight's performances. Tonight on stage we have Excalibur, which is another great band that does their playing in Cincinnati and around Cincinnati. So again, you'll see some quick performance from them. Check them out. If you ever see them in a bar or on a stage close to you, make sure you check them out. What's up? This is the Bulldozer. Today I'm going to show you how to make some fog chillers. You've already seen my coffin fog chiller. I have a couple of fog chillers that I've somewhat taken apart, and I'm going to reassemble them, and I'm going to change one of them up a little bit, but I'll show you the two different ways you can do that one. One's using a regular size cooler, one's using those small personal drink coolers that you see like at sport games for the players, how they can take and stick it up in the air and get a little drink out of it. I've pulled the guts out of that, and I got some PVC pipe work going into that. So I'll get the parts and we'll get started. Okay, here's our first cooler, and you can see here it's got two pieces of, I think it's 2-inch PVC pipe, or actually it's 3-inch PVC pipe. You want to take and cut a hole out. If you've got a hole saw that can cut that hole, it's best to do that. I used a hole saw, so my hole is a little bigger than it actually should be. So see how I got looseness here? I'm actually going to fill all this in. I tried using caulk, but it really didn't work well because my hole was too big. So if you got a 3-inch hole saw, that would really help you out if you're making this. Now last year I used the duck venting pipe, and it's nice and everything, but I really didn't get the effect that I wanted. So this year I'm going to use the metal cloth, which is this stuff here. If you can see, it's the metal wire. So I need to take and I gotta cut this down to the width that I need inside the cooler, and I'll be right back. Okay, now we got this cut down. We want to feed this underneath the PVC pipe and loop it around. Let me take one more row off of this. Okay, I wish it fit down here fine. The trick is feeding this around and not cutting yourself. Okay, can you see how I've got that fed around there? Let me see if I can get this in the light for you. Can you see how it's fed around there? I got a little left over, so I'm going to feed that around also. Actually, let me get my zip ties. And just take and zip tie it closed. Okay. Keep your zip ties loose until you get it wound back up, because it's going to come loose on you a little. Tie it on the other side. That's basically it right there. You see how that's in there nice and zip tied, and I'll show you a little better when I get the camera off here. The sun's kind of messing with my view. But I'm going to go ahead and zip tie the rest of this. Put a couple more zip ties in here, and just for a little more security. Make sure this mesh doesn't go nowhere. Let's take these off. Okay, there's that one there. If you can see if I can find a light shot for you here. See how it's in there? And again, I'll show you a better picture of it, but it shows you. And like I said, I like it a lot better than stuff here because this stuff can rip and everything. When you're putting a lot of ice on this with the metal cloth, I think is what they call this wire stuff, it stands up a lot better. Now, Steve, with let me set all this stuff here to the side. Steve took and made a fog cannon, and had an ideal for him that he might want to take and run his small fogger through some ice, so that way the fog will have a more mass effect. And this is just a regular cooler, like this is actually a GOTT, G-O-T-T cooler, for like drinking cold water and stuff out of on the sideline of a football game. All I did was took the pour spout out of it, drilled a hole over here. This is where my smoke comes in from the fogger. There's a little piece that I use, or sometimes I don't. I might just connect the fogger right up to this. And here's where the smoke comes out. So you can put another piece of PVC pipe on this here, so you can go into your pipe for your fogger. Then here, all this here is just hose I picked up at St. Vincent de Paul for $1. It's for shop vac. So what I want to do is, can you see these two? I wish I had better light conditions. I apologize for that. Yeah, there you go. You see the two 90s and stuff I have inside there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to make a U shape, so it's basically going to sit in here like this. Then there'll be ice all around that. So everything that travels through this is going to be cold. So let me go ahead and get my measurement and I'll cut that down. And you can always make it a little larger if you want to too. So, you know, this stuff, it does stretch, so just use your judgment how big you want it. I think I'm going to go about right here. Okay, now let's stick this in there like such. To see how I got mine where it sticks out a little bit, that's fine, because then I can always push it back down, or I can make it like a little S curve so I can put more ice around it so the smoke has further to travel. And then notice how I have this painted black. It was red. And you see all the scratches it's on this? I found out after I painted this that they actually make a paint that heats itself to PVC, so if you nick it or scratch it or whatever, it won't show off the PVC that's underneath it. The black will still be there. So look into that. I'm gonna check Home Depot and see if they have it. But basically that's it. Because here's your lid. When you screw your lid back on here, you're gonna have a nice airtight fog chiller. This weekend I will have all my fog chillers up and running, and I will do a video. I will try to, actually I guess it won't be, this weekend's already on. It'll probably be either a Saturday or Sunday video I'll have up and running. Actually, let me get back over here. Okay, now you guys can see me. Hope you like those pretty white legs that you saw in my video, but yeah, there's a couple examples on how you can do a fog chiller. These are both fog chillers I used last year. Like I said, I had the ductwork going to a dryer vent. It was okay. I really wasn't impressed with it. I've seen videos on YouTube dealing with the mesh wire, so I went out and got that this year. I'm going to try that. I can already tell that it's going to make a humongous difference, just because of the fact that, you know, the wire is stronger, the weight of the ice isn't going to be pressing down on anything as opposed to the dryer vent. You know, you can only put so much weight on that stuff, and that thin wire is going to smash. So, but yeah, I think it's going to make a humongous difference with the thickness of the fog, how much fog it's going to put out. If you have never used a fog chiller, you really need to make one, because they're really easy. And you can go to St. Vincent de Paul, Goodwill, any thrift store. You can get coolers for next to nothing. The blue cooler, actually I got the blue cooler out of the trash, drove by. The bottom of it got a little warp to it. I'm using it for a fog chiller. I don't care. I'm not going to be putting drinks in. I don't care if it wobbles and wibbles. The black one I got for $3 at St. Vincent de Paul. So $3, I got less than $1 in parts, or actually like maybe $1.50 in parts, and I got me a fog chiller. So, you know, you can't beat it. So take and watch the videos, watch my videos. If you're not convinced with what I'm doing, go to other people's videos. There's enough information here on YouTube where you can make your own fog chiller. You don't need to go out and spend the ridiculous prices of $80, $150, $300 for a fog chiller. Are you kidding me? You know, these things are so easy to make. It's absolutely ridiculous to spend that kind of money for a fog chiller when you can put that money back into your yard hunt. So, Steve, I saw your air cannon. Nice. Love your air cannon. That's another one that's on the chopping block for me. I've added to my to-do list. The small black fog chiller that I made, I think that would be perfect for you, making something like that. It doesn't hold a whole lot of ice, so you have to keep an eye on the ice. But it's small enough where it accommodates your small fogger, where you can put up against that small fogger. It will feed that fog into that cooler. It would circulate through that hose and come out that little 1/2-inch PVC pipe I got. You don't have to use a 1/2-inch PVC pipe, Steve. You can take and make it a 3/4. You can make it whatever size you want to accommodate your PVC pipe that you're using for your fog cannon. But if you don't use a fog chiller in your hunt, which I don't know if you do or not, I can't recall seeing any fog chillers in your videos, but if you don't, you will be blown away with the effects you can get. And especially with you using that air cannon, you already like the way it looks now, Steve. Can you imagine how you're going to be impressed with the fog being a lot more thicker? I mean, just imagine when you run the fog through a fog chiller, it makes it more massive. It builds up strength, and it multiplies, it multiplies, it multiplies. I mean, if you go to my favorites and watch the video with the fog chiller coffin by the gentleman that I made my fog chiller coffin off of, look at his video. Look at how much fog his machine puts out in his yard. One blast of his fog machine and his fog chiller coffin covers his entire yard. That's the difference, folks, a fog chiller can make for your yard hunt. So if you don't have one, you need to make one or go out and get one. They're really inexpensive to make. If you got any questions, post them in the comments below. Send me a message. This is the Bulldozer. Get your scare on and I'm out of here.